Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny, and I am going to talk about the Paul McCartney conspiracy theory that he passed away in 1966 in a car crash, and he was replaced by another person. And the Beatles tried to cover it up. It's crazy theory. It's absolutely not true, but we're gonna talk about it because we're gonna continue with these celebrity conspiracy theories. We talked about Garth Brooks and Where Are the Bodies G, and we talked about Beyonce and her Beyonce mass with like Sasha Fierce. It's very interesting. I could go deeper into that because some people think it could be more demonic than we realize. And I can totally see how people think she's a demon. So, all right, let's talk about Paul McCartney. In November 1966, a young man leaves the recording studio after a long night. Hours later, he's gone. And the world never hears about it because the Beatles cover it up. At least that's what the theory says. This is the chilling conspiracy that Paul McCartney died decades ago and was replaced. Paul McCartney, the charming Beatle, the heartthrob, the genius songwriter, but to conspiracy theorists, his story takes a dark turn in the mid 60s. They believe Paul died in a violent car crash, and the surviving Beatles swore to protect their success by hiding the truth. His double, a man named William Campbell, was brought in to take his place. Same voice, same face, same fame. But the cracks began to show. Exhibit A, the Abbey Road album cover. Fans say it's not just a photo, it's a funeral. John Lennon is in white, plays the preacher. Ringo, who's in black, he's the mourner. And George in denim, he's the grave digger. Paul, he's barefoot and cigarette in his right hand, even though Paul was left handed, out of step with the others like a corpse. That is so dark. Exhibit B, the music itself. Spin Revolution 9 backwards, and listeners swore they heard Turn on Me, Dead Man.
Hang on, Batman. 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 Hang on, Batman.
In Strawberry Fields, John's voice whispers, I buried Paul. Were these confessions or just coincidences? That is so creepy. Playing anything backwards sounds so creepy. By 1969, the theory had exploded. Radio DJs, college kids, newspapers, all chasing the mystery. Life magazine even tracked Paul down at his farmhouse to prove that he was alive. He laughed it off, but for some, the damage was done. The Beatles had become more than a band. They were a myth, and when people search for hidden messages, they found them everywhere. If you absolutely can find their hidden messages. Looking more into this William Billy Shears Campbell, whatever his name is, he does look just like Paul. And this person on Reddit says, I thought this was the craziest conspiracy theory I ever heard until I came across memoirs of Billy Shear. It sounds more insane than the flat earth theory, but when you learn about it and compare the voice and look at the pictures of Paul and Billy after 1966, you'll notice the difference, and there's no going back. Memoirs of Billy Shears was released by Micah Corp, which is Billy/Paul's own publisher, in 2009. It is full of copyright material and it is not satire. Wow. Okay. So Billy, right, Billy Campbell Shears memoir. It's not a memoir by the musician William Campbell, but a fictional book written by Thomas E. Okay. We're going to read on Reddit what they say. I received Thomas E. Uhart memoir. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'll put it on the screen. I read like a quarter of the book out of curiosity, but thought it sounded hilarious, and my library had it. I'm big into conspiracies, even if I don't believe most. I think it's cool seeing these crazy ideas people can make up. This book did a poor attempt at that. He just made a lot of big stretches and connections that sometimes didn't even exist, that the conspiracy wasn't even entertaining. It was either written by a troll or someone who is so stupid but thought he was onto something deep and possibly might have been crazy. It's a big book, I mean, really huge. So people might think it uncovers some dark truth, but it's a bunch of rambling. So it was a very bad book and not even entertaining as a conspiracy, in my opinion, based on the 150-ish pages I read. Okay. This is the internet and all, but I knew the author personally for unfortunate reasons. I was close with his family for a time and was around when he was writing it. The book itself is complete BS. I have sat in on discussions where he and his sons played different aspects he could integrate into the story. The weird painting on the back is one of he did himself like 20 years ago, and it was convenient to recycle it. And yes, they all got a huge kick out of seeing the people online who take the book seriously. Fell out of touch with them a few years ago, but I'm sure they're still weird AF and having a laugh. Okay. I saw a video on YouTube claiming that Rubber Soul was recorded by session musicians, which kept referencing this book. I was really turned off by that. And a separate video which had all the footnotes from this book, which was pretty much just a list of every conspiracy theory known to man. Really strange that George Martin's older son wrote the foreword, as well as narrated the audiobook version of this. There's a significant number of people in the range of tens of thousands who do take this book as legitimate gospel. Such a strange phenomenon. The person who gifted you this may be one of them. So, okay, not even worth going into looking at the book because obviously it's wrong. But I'm going to put some clips and pictures of this Billy Shears, William Campbell guy because he does look just like Paul McCartney. It is crazy. And I'll give you some links to a couple of pages I've been on looking into this, like Reddit and stuff. And yeah, you guys, do you think that he was actually really replaced? The internet can be convincing sometimes. It's a very strange place to be, but it's entertainment, I suppose. I don't think he was replaced by this guy, but I can see why people would believe that, especially in 1966, you know? So, either way, it's still a rumor that haunts music history today. But if you think this is strange, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe because we have many more celebrity conspiracies to talk about. And I've got it all planned out in my planner every day. So, anyway, you guys, you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself, drink water, take your vitamins, get outside. The sunshine is natural vitamin D, and that is the happy vitamin, and we all need some of that right now. So, take care of yourself, like I said, and love your neighbor and pray because the world needs prayers right now. So, have a good one, guys. Bye.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,